Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I'm Constance and thank you for joining me in the next episode of my English class. In this lesson we're going to be talking about positive and active writing. Passive and active writing. Alright, so what is passive writing? A passive voice often creates an unclear, wordy, less direct sentences. All right, the passive voice always often creates unclear, wordy, and less direct sentences. Meanwhile, or whereas an active voice creates clearer, more concise sentences. The active voice often creates clearer, more concise sentences. So with the active voice, the sentences are direct. All right, there's no beating around the bush. While with the passive voice, it is very wordy and a bit complicated, and you might have to think, what is this really saying? You understand? You might have to ask, what is this really saying? But with the active voice, it is clear. What is your name? Where you live? Where you going? All right, those are direct. They are active questions or sentences. All right, so here are some examples of active and passive sentences that I have written out for you. I will sweep the yard every Friday. I will sweep the yard every Friday. Whoever is hearing this sentence, or whomever is hearing this sentence, does not have to ask any questions. You don't have to ask, what do you mean? Right? It is direct. I will sweep the yard every Friday. So it is direct. In the passive, it's the same sentence, but if it is written out in the passive voice. All right? The yard will be swept by me every Friday. The yard will be swept by me every Friday. So you can see how this passive voice is much more wordy than the active voice. I will sweep the yard every Friday. The yard will be swept by me every Friday. Or yes, will be swept or swept by me every Friday. So you can see how one sounds direct and one sounds more complicated. Here's the next example. January 1973, Vietnam soldiers seized arms at Saigon, precipitating the American Revolution. Stopping. Precipitating means stopping or banding the American Revolution. The same sentence written in the passive voice, or written, all right? January 1973, arms were seized by the Vietnam soldiers at Saigon, precipitating the American Revolution. So you can see the difference in these two sentences. So one is active and what? Which one is passive? The active one is which one? This one. Here we have the active voice. This is the active voice. And number 2 is the passive voice. Right, so number 1 is more direct. And number 2, you have to say, let me read it again, because it's not so direct. January 1973, arms were seized by the Vietnam soldiers at Saigon, precipitating the American Revolution. While January 1973, Vietnamese soldiers seized arms at Saigon. Vietnamese soldiers, so they give you a date when it happened and who did it. The Vietnamese soldiers seized arms in Saigon, banning or taking away or stopping the American Revolution. Alright, so it is direct. It is, you can see each phrase how it is separate. So you know the time, who did it, where it happened, and what really happened. What was the outcome of it? Alright, so the precipitating the American Revolution was what? The outcome of this situation in this sentence. Alright, so here I have written a note for you. In a passive sentence, the person or the thing, the action is actually preceded or put before by the word by. So the word by, so you notice the word by is in the sentence and the word by is also in the sentence as well. So the note says, in a passive sentence, the person or thing doing the action is usually preceded, it's usually preceded, which means go before. I'm thinking about precipitated. I glanced there and I end up saying precipitated. Okay, in a passive sentence, the person or thing doing the action is usually preceded by, when it says preceded, it means to go before. Is usually preceded by the word by. This word by. So whenever you see the by going before the action, you know that is what? The passive voice talking, right? You have the passive voice talking. Here again you see the word by also. So you know that is the passive voice. There are some other there are some other sentences that can be written without the word by in it, which also indicates that the word is passive. That also indicates that the sentence is a passive sentence. Sorry, I said word. That also indicates that the word is passive. Alright? So, but in usually or most times, you will, in the passive sentences, you will see the word by. Alright? So, take a key note of this of these examples, and especially this note here, which it says, in a passive sentence, the person or thing doing the action, the person or thing doing the action is usually preceded by. Preceded means to go before. Preceded by the word by. So if you see the word, if they ask you to differentiate the active and the passive sentence in an exam or in your class test, you can know, those people are doing English as a second language. Once you see the word by, if you see the sentence with the word by, you know that will be, or that is, the passive sentence in the material given to you. Alright? So I hope you have enjoyed this class. I hope you have learned something from this class, understanding the passive and the active voice when written or even when spoken. Alright? In your narratives or any other writing material or text. Alright, so my name is Constance. I thank you very much for watching, tuning into this class. Alright, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you commenting, liking, subscribing. Please check the the notification, not the notification, but the description box below, sorry. Please check the description box below for any additional information. I have my merch where I have lovely products selling mugs, aprons, t-shirt. You can customize, have them customized if you would like. All right. So make your order. All major credit cards are accepted. So I would appreciate if you support this merch shop. All right, so buy these products and give them for what, your Christmas gifts or whatever holiday gifts, or to wear every day. All right, once again, my name is Constance. Thank you for watching. Hit the notification bell so whenever a video is posted, you will be the first to know. I appreciate you being here, and I'm looking forward, and I'm looking forward to you joining me in my next class. Until then, bye bye.